Comparing oneself to others can sometimes be beneficial. It can be a way of gauging your personal development or a way of motivating yourself to improve. But many times, comparing yourself to others can be dangerous. With a blink of an eye, it can rob you of your joy. Research shows that comparing yourself breeds envy, it zaps your self-confidence, it compromises your ability to trust your own judgment, and it can lead to depression. In this episode, I'm going to share with you an experience I had in which I learned a very valuable lesson. A lesson that became the key turning point for me gaining a foothold in steering my way to success. Hi, I'm Marcus Muhammad. I speak on overcoming adversity and achieving success. Welcome to my show. Here you're going to get the information, the tools, and the motivation necessary to help you create a meaningful and successful life. Each week, we release a new and exciting video, so hit the red subscribe button down below and make sure you watch this video till the end. Michelle Obama asked and answered, "Am I good enough?" Yes, I am. Lapita said, "What I've learned for myself is that I don't have to be anybody else. Myself is good enough." In his book, Do You, Russell Simmons wrote, "My greatest successes started as visions that very few people believed in. No one in the record industry, and I mean no one, believed in Def Jam Records at first. I was able to ignore the naysayers because my vision was so strong." Let me tell you a story. I remember it like it was yesterday. On a cool, crisp morning in 1978, I'm 15 years old, heading to the first annual Columbus Citizen Journal 10K Marathon. My dad is dropping me off at the check-in station. "Good luck, Marcus. I'll see you at the finish line." "Okay, Dad, thanks." The lady at the check-in station directed me to the pre-race area. That's where all the runners go to warm up, make final preparations, and get ready for the big race. There I met a guy I'll call Marathon Man. Now, Marathon Man had all the gear, and he had a t-shirt on that said 50 races, 50 states. So I guess he had a lot of experience. But Marathon Man was a seed dropper. "First marathon?" "Yeah, how'd you know?" "Well, you got on that heavy warm-up, plus those shoes." I was so excited about this race that I went out to Agler Davidson and brought a brand new warm-up suit. You should have seen it, it was nice. It was yellow and black nylon, and I had my name ironed on the back. Now Marathon Man was telling me it was too heavy. Plus those shoes. Shoes? "Yeah, you need something like these. Asics, full compression, lightweight, high energy return." "Energy return?" "Yeah, and broken in so they're comfortable. That helps prevent blisters. Plus, you should have wicking socks. They keep your feet dry. Those tube socks, they're murder. Good luck with those." Now, I had just brought these shoes and the socks. "You loaded up on carbs?" "Carbs? Yeah, you gotta load up on carbs for energy." Now, I loaded up for breakfast. I had waffles, I had eggs, I had potatoes. So I guess I did get my carbs. You should have started with a 5K or something. Work your way up to the 10K. 5K? Yeah, shorter races. Build yourself up. First do a couple of 5Ks, then the 10K. Then you go on to the 15. Build yourself up to the bigger races. You're still young. This is going to be a great experience for you. You're going to learn a lot and you'll be okay. Experience is the best teacher. When it gets tough, just remember, put one foot in front of the other. I started off real strong. I was trying to hang with Marathon Man. I figured if I could keep up with him, I'd be all right. About a quarter of a mile in, I had to let that idea go. His pace was too fast. I saw him look at me out the corner of his eye. He knew I was trying to hang, but he had to keep moving. As he got further and further away, he yelled, "Hang in there, Marcus. Remember, one foot in front of the other." The last thing I saw of him was the back of his shirt. It said, "See ya." And that's when I knew I was in for a bigger challenge than I thought. Around that first mile, I realized Marathon Man was right. That warm-up suit, it was hot, it was heavy. I had to peel off the jacket and throw it aside. Around a mile and a half, I started having terrible stomach issues. I was totally unprepared. As I approached the 2-mile mark, I slowed down to a trot. You may have heard about the dreaded wall that runners hit as they approach the 20-mile mark. That's the point in a race where all your muscles become completely drained and depleted of all its energy. You begin to slow down. Some runners get sick. Some pass out. You become extremely fatigued. You start talking to yourself and you want to quit. In the big race, that wall is somewhere around the 17, 20 mile mark. My wall was at the 2-mile mark. And that's when he showed up. The greatest put-down artist is Don Rickles, the inner critic, the universal representative of negative self-talk. What were you thinking? Who were you trying to kid? Oh, you thought this be fun, didn't you? You should have did your research. You should have asked somebody. The inner critic got the best of me. When I hit my wall, it was around 3.5 miles. I was so exhausted, I gave up. To make matters worse, I was so distraught, I walked back to the starting line. I didn't even go to the finish line. Oh, it was a mess. I was exhausted. I went back to the car and waited on my dad. When my dad showed up, he said, "Marcus, what happened to you? We were at the finish line waiting on you." I started giving him all the excuses. "Dad, I wasn't prepared. I had on heavy sweats. I didn't have the right shoes. I didn't have the right socks. I ran out of energy." And then he pointed out all the people who finished the race and they had less than what I had. As they were coming back to their cars, they were carrying medals, trophies, certificates of completion. There was a lady in a wheelchair, a kid on crutches, a guy looked like he was in his 80s. "Marcus, you could have at least finished the race even if you walked." At that moment, I felt so dumb, I wanted to cry. And then my dad said something to me that stays with me to this very day. "Next time, Marcus, run your own race." Many of us are facing great challenges in life, battles that at times seem insurmountable. It could be internal like mine was, but it also could be financial, pressure from peers or colleagues, and sometimes you're going to do things that make you feel dumb. But if you're in pursuit of a vision or idea that nobody else sees but you can't let anyone distract you. As you think about where you are in your life, and as you think about the things you want to accomplish, my question to you is this: who or what is the marathon man in your life? Is it naysayers? Is it pressure from your peers and your colleagues? Is it negative self-talk from within? Whatever it is, my challenge to you is this: run your own race. And if you need help running your own race, click on the link below and get your free copy of my guide, 3 Steps to Running Your Own Race right now. Subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share this video. And remember, becoming yourself will be your greatest accomplishment. I'm Marcus Muhammad. I speak on overcoming adversity and achieving success.